Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shanti Bloom. I have a quick question for you today. How many of you, after acquiring so much knowledge on how to be more productive in your everyday life, start to tell yourself things like, I'm going to take stock of my life, I'm going to evaluate, and then I'm going to start buying more books, I'll read more, I'm going to start exercising and eating right, I'll pray more and do a little bit more meditation. In fact, I'm going to do my best to get a little bit more organized, but we really do nothing about it. Many of us have goals to set, plans to make, habits to cultivate, but then we end just right there. Somebody said a dream without a plan is just a wish. And I've equally come to realize that sometimes it's not the execution of plans that is the toughest, but actually making them. At least for me, when there is a plan, chances are I'm going to execute most of it, unlike when there is no plan at all. So why do we find it so hard to plan? Because we skip that first step to planning. So in this video of today, I'm going to be sharing with you that initial thing that we should do even before we actively start the process of planning. This first step is making a plan to plan. You may be asking, what does it mean to make a plan to plan? It simply means making a planning schedule. Allocating a day and a time that you're going to sit down and set those goals, and make those effective weekly, monthly, yearly plans for different areas of your life. At this time, you're not actively planning, you're simply just allocating the day and the time that you're going to actually sit down and plan. Why is this first step, this simple activity, very, very important? It is important because it avoids procrastination. It's very easy to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But just because you have not really allocated a day and a time that you will sit down and do it, it's easy to keep procrastinating and pushing it from day to day. Another reason why this first step to planning is very important is that there will always be things demanding your attention, especially around this festive season. There is Thanksgiving coming up, there is Christmas, there are just so many celebrations around this time, and that could be very distracting. So if you do not intentionally allocate a day and a time that you will sit down and really just brainstorm and do some planning, look at the stock that you took, your life that you just evaluated for this year, and see how you can take steps forward, in order to make sure that the coming year you're taking steps forward to fulfilling God's plan for your life. Then before you know it, you will just stumble into the new year all confused, and then you will not have started your year on a very good note. Our God is a God who does things decently and in order, and so should we. Now, to carry out this initial stage of planning, we only need two simple steps. The very first step is to prioritize what needs to be planned. When you're prioritizing what needs to be planned, you're asking yourself, what is of most importance? What is more valuable to me? After I've taken stock and I've evaluated my life, among these things, what is more important for me to pay attention to? And I'll always encourage us to pay more attention to inner growth. Because when you are strong on the inside, you are able to face what is coming at you from the outside. And when we are talking about inner growth, we're paying more attention to our spiritual lives. We're paying attention to our emotional and mental state. Your family, relationships. Remember, I always say that when we bloom from the inside out, we do not only survive, but we thrive and we flourish. Another thing to prioritize is to look at the areas of our lives that need more attention. After taking stock and evaluating, what area of your life needs more attention? Does your marriage need more attention? Do your kids need more attention? Does your career need more attention? Does your health really, really need attention at this moment? Look at those areas and put them at the top. Now, the second and last is simple and it's obvious. Grab a calendar. It could be a hard copy calendar. It could be a digital calendar. Whatever you're using, whatever works for you. You need this calendar so that you can see, you can have a broad picture to see, okay, I'm off this week, or I have time on this day, on this week. And now, because you have already prioritized, the things that need to be planned, you are now going to allocate them in a very informed manner, because you can see now that, okay, this thing that needs so much attention in my life, I have to put it on the day that I have enough time to sit down and brainstorm and pray and plan. And if I need to make calls or, do some research, I have enough time to do that. Now let me show you how I'm going about it this 8 weeks. Maybe it will give you an idea on how you can also do your own planning. I'm reusing this book right here. You can call it a planner, but it does not really have the traditional outline of most planners, and I intentionally got it that way because it just has the ruled lines, and I like it because it gives me the freedom to write as much as I want, you know, for a month, or to write as much as I want following every topic, because I also divided mine not by months but rather by the different aspects of my life. Like you would see here, the very first one here says mom, and this is about the first challenge of last week, where we did the questions. You know, I evaluated myself as a mom, I rated it, and I've tried to find out the outcomes. And now I turn to the back and I have parenting goals and plans, and I have allocated that I'm going to be doing that on November 21st. That is the date that I'm going to be planning, doing my goal setting and planning as a mom. And I have the evaluation right here with me, or the taking stock right here with me. Now I left this page because there is something that I saw, you know, about evaluating myself as a parent or as a mom, that I really want to print it out and do a little bit more evaluation on myself. I'm going to be putting that here. So when I do that, I'm now going to be planning right here. I've done the same. Now these did not come with these little things. I put it there myself. When I get into the store, I don't see what I want. I get something close to, and then I come and fix it up my own way. So I actually, you know, put this on here myself. And I have a wife here, I have my spiritual life, I have my YouTube channel, I have career, I have, you know, different aspects. And for the different areas of my life that I took stock, I'm going to be doing the same process. So whatever you are using during this challenge, please do not put it away, because we're going to we'll keep on building on it, so that at the end of the 8 weeks, you know, we must have gone through a process that is really fruitful. We're ending strong, we're seeing the big picture of things, and we're ready to face our next year. So dear friends, please find time this week to make plans to plan. This may look like a very simple challenge, but it is very important. We do not want to be carried away by the festive season. We do not want to be distracted, and before we know, we just find ourselves all surprised in the new year. Remember, we want to end the year strong, and we want to start the new year even stronger. And goal setting and planning is one among many things that we are going to be doing to end this year strong. If you found this helpful, and deep down in your heart you have this desire to finish the year strong and to begin the new one even stronger, then give this video a thumbs up, share it so that your loved ones can join on the challenge, and please do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when that next video with the next challenge comes up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.